sometimes wonder why you return to doing the bad habits, even though you've promised yourself that you wouldn't do it again. You have these dreams, these goals, and ambitions that you want to pursue and do, but every time you try to do it, it feels like you're fighting an uphill battle for some reason. You know you have the ambition and determination to complete these goals and dreams, but every time you make progress, for some reason, you just start to fall back over and over again to the same beginning point, back to square one. What's good, bro? Today we're going to break down and understand the self. By doing that, we will fix your bad habits and make the uphill battle start to flow along with what you wish to do, along with your dreams and ambitions. Let's begin. What is a self-image? The self, or self-image, is a mental blueprint of ourselves. It is a conception of our ideas of how we as people view ourselves. This self-image is constructed of our successes, failures, triumphs, humiliation, our traumas, the way people have reacted to us in the past, especially during our childhood years. It was made with all our past experiences, good or bad. Once a belief goes into our self-image, it becomes true to us. We don't question its validity. We just act as if it were true. The good part about this is that our self-image can be the golden key to success because of two discoveries. The first one is all our actions, feelings, and even abilities are always constant to your self-image. You will act as the type of person you think you are. For example, a person who thinks that they are a fatber will naturally end up fat being, no matter how much willpower, strategy, and effort he puts behind it. He will at some point end up fapping again, whether he likes it or not, because that's his mental image of himself. The same goes for a fat person. If they think of themselves as incapable to lose weight, then no matter what type of diets they try or how much cardio they do, the brain will find a way to concur with the self-image because it is a base or a foundation that we as people have created to act upon them. And our actions will only strengthen that self, either leading into a vicious cycle or a beneficent one that will do us good in the future. This is due to proof. For example, tell a student that it is only an idea that they can't pass algebra, and he will respond, with that proof. No, that's not true. Look, I've tried over and over and over again, and I just can't do it. And they'll show you like a report card, or like them failing the classes and all the exams and stuff. It often occurs that a person's problems lie within their self-image or his own evaluation of himself. The second discovery is that the self-image can be altered or changed. But the reason that people struggle so much to change their habits, personality, and even their way of life is because they only put all their efforts on the superficial things, like what's on the outside, and not directly on the self or what's inside of them. For example, people will usually put goals like, I will get my dream job, or I will act more stoic and relax. And they use positive thinking to try and reach these goals instead of adjusting the image of themselves that would benefit them and naturally help them accomplish these goals. But there's one important thing that I want you to remember, and it's this. Positive thinking cannot be used as a patch or a crutch to the same old self-image. In fact, it's impossible to think positively about a situation that experiments have been shown that once the concept of self is changed, new habits and actions that are consistent with the self come along with it, come with one another. For example, if you give yourself the self-image of an athlete naturally goals that are related to your physical well-being, your health, your nutrition will naturally come along with it, and it will be easier, to lose that weight, to gain that muscle, to get faster, jump higher, be more athletic, because you and your brain, you have a self-image of yourself as an athlete. But the same thing can be said negatively, like for the fapping example or the fat example. But the reason for this, for this change in like habits and everything, just for a simple like mind change, is that because the self is like a system of ideas which must be consistent with one another. For example, if a goal or action is inconsistent with the self, it will be accepted and thus not acted upon. It will be ignored. And examples of these would be like procrastination. Like if deep down inside yourself you believe that that's not something you would do, you will procrastinate on it, you will delay it, you will give excuses to not do it, and you will just affect yourself negatively more long term. The problem with most people is their inadequate self-image. Instead of seeing things for what they are and what they're meant to be, they instead identify with them, they resonate with them. For example, if a student fails a test, instead of saying, "Oh, reprobé, I failed the test," they instead tell themselves that they are a failure. Not the test, but themselves, that they can't accomplish anything. There's nothing good enough for this world. And that's probably something we've all said before in life, especially you, me, a lot of things like working out, they're trying them and failing, naturally for the first time. So they're saying, "Oh, I didn't do good at that time." We say that we're not good at that thing. We're failures at those things. And you put limitations on yourself due to, the barriers that you naturally put on your self-image. And you limit yourself to expectations that can simply be improved on. And that's a reason for your bad habits and negative view of life, and how you can change it, by thinking positively, changing your self-image, changing the way you view yourself and how you think about yourself, and your aspect on the little things in life, big and small, significant or insignificant. I love you guys. Take care.